And now I'm here in the kitchen with Chef Katy, and we are going to do some cooking with zucchini.
Indeed.
What are we gonna make first?
We are making zucchini noodles. So we're just gonna go ahead and make kind of fettuccine style noodles out of raw zucchini, and we're not gonna boil them or fry them or bake them or anything, just raw right with the sauce.
All right, so the sauce kind of warms them up.
Correct. Mm-hmm.
All right.
Yeah.
And the sauce is also something you've made. What kind of sauce is this?
So we're gonna call this a roasted tomato herb cream sauce.
All right.
So this is the roasted tomato herb portion, and this was just some nice ripe heirloom tomatoes that I halved and put on a baking sheet with some oil and herbs and salt and pepper, and just baked those till they were nice and soft, and let them cool, put them in the food processor, and then strained them so we don't have any of the skin or seeds in here.
So very creamy, delicious
Yes.
sauce. All right. Oh, so I should put that in the pan and start warming that up.
Let's go for that, yeah.
All right.
And then the cream portion, since this is a vegan dish, we're gonna use some coconut milk, which adds...
It's very creamy.
Yeah, it's very creamy, it's rich. It does add just like a touch of coconut flavor, but I wouldn't say that you would notice it, really.
Okay.
Yeah, and I would do just about half that, probably. Just a little bit of olive oil in there, and also some salt and some pepper, because I haven't seasoned that sauce beyond just when I roasted the tomatoes the first time. So salt and pepper in there too. That's warming up. Let's put some basil and some chives in there also while that warms up. Just a little chiffonade for the basil, just thin strips. Put that in there. Nice color, contrast with the red sauce. Nice aroma. The herbs that I used when I roasted the tomato, I did sage and oregano, so we have kind of a nice, blend of lots of different herbs.
Nice.
We'll save those chives for garnish at the end. We'll put these in. So that should be good to just sit there kind of on low, medium low. We don't really want it to boil, we just want it to warm.
All right, warm and just have the flavors come together.
Exactly.
All right, so it's time to make those zucchini noodles, right?
All right. So all we're gonna do is chop the end off. We're gonna hold on to one end, and then we're just gonna peel it, take the skin off. And you do want to get all of the skin off. And then, so now we make the noodles, which we're just going to keep peeling.
All right, you just keep on
and keep rotating
spinning it around
Yep.
and going. And you're making them kind of thick, like you said, a fettuccine
like
type.
Like a fettuccine, yeah. And they're really thin and delicate, so they're not going to be, it's not going to be too cumbersome. The width is a nice balance to how thin they are.
Now, a lot of people have a lot of zucchini in their gardens in the summer. You have picked zucchinis that are all about, I don't know, about a foot long, maybe under a foot long.
Sure.
Is that a purposeful choice?
Yeah, so don't use giant ones. You could for sure use smaller ones, but I feel like those are good for other applications too. So then maybe I'm gonna just turn it around and get a little bit up there too.
All right, and you're kind of leaving the core behind.
Yeah, I don't really want, so there aren't a lot of seeds in here, but I just don't really want that inner part. And so I'm gonna discard this. And then if you want, you could definitely save this. This is perfectly edible zucchini for something else.
Something else.
Stir fry or
later.
something like that.
All right.
So this is from one zucchini. I feel like one zucchini per person seems to be a good portion.
And so again, you're not cooking these.
No, we're just gonna put these in the pan.
And you have plenty of sauce here, so you could easily do
We could do
enough for 4
Yeah,
people.
we could do all of them, yeah, for sure. But we're just gonna put those in there. And we are gonna do a little bit more olive oil and a little bit more salt and pepper on the vegetable to give it a little flavor of its own. And then you can just stir that around and it'll warm up.
Right, and how long would you leave it in here?
Oh gosh, 30 seconds.
Okay.
Yeah, really quick. And you could have, you could leave it in there for longer for sure. It's not really gonna fall apart or anything like that. But just long enough for it to get warm all the way through.
Okay.
All right.
Beautiful.
I'll get you a little lemon zest on there, a few olives, and some chives. We'll give it a try.
Oh, perfect. All right.
I'm gonna wipe that for you. Thank you.
Perfect. All right.
Okay, you can kind of, if you
Right,
want
it's
to.
pasta,
Yeah.
right? Well, that's delicious. It's wonderful, and I can taste the zucchini flavor. It's nice and soft, but still a little al dente.
Yeah. Exactly.
Oh, that's wonderful. Chef Katy, thank you so much.
Thank you.
All right, so we're gonna make another zucchini dish, but we don't actually have zucchini out here. We're going to be making something with the zucchini blossoms.
Yes.
All
So
right.
we're going to stuff them and deep fry them.
That sounds like a great idea.
yes.
And you could do this with any kind of squash blossom?
Correct. So you could use butternut squash blossoms, even pumpkin blossoms. We've done that at the restaurant before. So yeah, and they're all gonna look very similar to what we have right here.
All right, and the blossoms here don't all look the same.
Yes,
so.
okay. So very mini science lesson. I don't know anything about this beyond. So there are female squash blossoms and then there are male squash blossoms.
Okay.
So the bees come and they get the pollen from the male and they take it to the female and the female grows the fruit.
zucchini.
Yes, and the male does not.
All right, so
like-
those blossoms would just kind of shrivel up and drop off. So
Correct.
this is actually a way to use something that doesn't have a future.
Sure.
All right.
Except with us, yes.
Right, so what are you going to stuff them with?
So we are going to make basically what is a cornbread
All right.
mix. We could definitely do everything that we're gonna do and just bake it in the oven and it would be cornbread, but instead we're gonna stuff it into the blossoms and fry them. And that'll be really great.
All right.
So we have a dry mix here, cornmeal, flour, sugar, salt, and baking powder.
Okay.
We are gonna make it maybe a little bit thicker than you would a normal cornbread batter. We have some milk and a little bit of water and a little bit of oil.
All right, is that vegetable oil?
It
or-
is vegetable oil,
All
yep. Since we're frying it, we don't want it to be super wet. Okay, there we go. And we're also gonna add some sweet corn and a little bit of fresh jalapeno and some chives. So we'll dump in some corn. So just a small, very small dice. We don't want to get big mouthfuls of jalapeno, but we want to taste it in there. So there's that, and then we'll do a little bit of lime zest for brightness, and again for contrast. And corn and lime and jalapeno is a pretty common combination. All right, and then I'm gonna put just a little chives in there too.
So once we get all of this stirred up, how are we going to deliver the cornbread mix into the squash blossoms?
Yes, we are going to put it in a Ziploc bag and we're gonna make kind of a makeshift pastry bag.
Okay.
So that smells really good already.
It
with
does.
The lime and the chives. Okay, so now we have just a regular bag. And remember, we have corn in there, so we want to make the hole big enough for the corn to fit through.
All right.
All right, so we have a hole down there at the corner, and now we're gonna pick out some blossoms to stuff. And we're gonna take out that little bit in there.
All right.
And I'm gonna try something that I've never done before. We're gonna try to tie the end of the blossom and see what happens.
Okay.
See if that works. We'll fold this back.
I've never done it before either, so this will be perfect.
This will be fun. Okay, so now we might get a little messy. Some of it might not work exactly how we want it to, but that's the fun part. So we don't want to fill it too full because it is going to expand while it cooks. And now we're going to try to give it a little twist, and I'll see if I can just tie a chive around the end to keep it closed a little bit while it fries.
Okay, that's
We'll see
adorable.
if that works. Gotta kind of find the sweet spot. All right, so there's that. We'll
Nice.
give it a shot. So I am looking for just a little bit of golden color on the green and the orange parts of the blossom.
And you do see them puff up right away.
Yeah. So I think they look nice and golden. We'll pull them out, let them drain and cool off for a second, and then we'll give them a try.
All right, so these are probably cool enough to eat.
Cool it off a little. I'll put just a little lime zest on there, and then we can cut one open.
Yeah, I want to see what they look like inside.
Yeah. Okay, so there is the fried
Oh,
cornbread.
beautiful.
And
Beautiful.
the corn, you can see a little jalapeno in there too.
Yeah, it looks like everything got evenly distributed
Yes.
throughout, and it's definitely cooked all the way through.
Yes.
Lovely. Well, I am dying to try
Let's
one of
give it a
these. So.
try.
Yeah, I could eat about a dozen of those.
Me too.
That's terrific. Chef Katy, thank you so much.
Thank you.